Hello, everyone, and welcome to our MLS Experience. This is our MLS State of the Union. And it's Tuesday night, not Monday night, but Wallstreet did not want to make us wait another week until we heard from the corporate team. So we are here. We will be getting started in about 4 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and play our intro so that you can hear our disclaimer and some other great information. And then, of course, hear our MLS song. All right? Be back in a few. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another MLS Experience. You have the ability to experience MLS through our members, our weekly live events, and our social media sites. This is our MLS State of the Union. We have this event every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, this event is where we spend time collaborating with our members and our guests. We share corporate updates, recognition, and there's always some golden nuggets being shared from our founder and visionary, Mr. Darry Perkinson, or one of our leaders.
Disclaimer: we are not licensed financial advisors. This information is for educational purposes only. Anything heard on this broadcast is not intended to be a substitute for you obtaining accounting, tax, and financial advice from a licensed professional. Beware of scammers. We will never comment, inbox, or email you requesting you to send Bitcoin to receive Bitcoin, or any coin for that matter.
Now, if you are live on our Facebook page or on our YouTube page, do me a favor. In the comments, go ahead and say hello. Tell us where you're tuning in from, your city, your state, even your country. We have members and guests all over the world. If you are a guest, let us know who invited you. You know, how did you get the invitation? Who texted you? Where did you see it? Was it posted on someone's Facebook wall or on their YouTube channel? Go ahead and say who invited you, okay? And then, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this broadcast on replay or repeat, let us know that too in the comments as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't keep this information secret. Please share. And once again, thank you for joining our broadcast. Enjoy our MLS song, and we will be back in about 2 minutes.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew a worldwide currency. Only a few knew well. MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency. Changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Call MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoin
coins are pacing $1.21. Call MLS System to have some fun.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
All right. Welcome back, guys. Yes, MLS is changing how the world does. No, excuse me. I take that back. Cryptocurrency is changing how the world does business, and MLS is changing how we live our lives, right? My name is Pamela Jesse, and unfortunately, I'm not on camera again today. Guys, I'm still dealing with my eyes. So when I do too much, they want to show out a little bit, but I'm still here. So hopefully hearing my voice is good enough for now, right? I want to say a shout out to a couple of members here. Some of you guys are just so supportive. You are here every single week. We really appreciate that. Hello to you, Narissa, representing Team Win. Darnell, second time today. Good to see you, buddy. Miss Jenny Moore, I owe you an apology. Jenny, I banned you last week by mistake. Okay, by mistake. Somebody was trying to hack our broadcast and they were posting so fast and your post was right under theirs, and I'm sorry. And I know you usually participate a lot during the broadcast, and you probably was wondering where your comments were. That's what happened. My apologies. Good to see you back. Hello, Tony Battles. Second time today. Support. We love it. Hello, Michael. Hi, Geneva. Miss Janice King. Good to see you again. Naima, you're a bad girl. Naima was just training us on another broadcast, and she jumped right on here. Good to see you, Naima. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into why we're really here tonight, okay? This is our State of the Union, right? This is where we get together and we talk about what's going on with our union, our club, right? This is what we do on Monday nights. Because if it was a holiday, we are here tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend, but actually did not forget the real reason for that holiday, and that is remembering those that served our country for us, okay? Now, before I introduce you to our founding visionary, I do want to just go over a couple of reminders, okay? And reminder number one is our launch event, okay? Somebody might be a guest on here. You may be new. You might be saying launch. Launch of what? Well, we're relaunching MLS, okay? We're going to call it our MLS 2.0. And we're talking about a new back office, a new website, phenomenal structure, a great community that's similar to Facebook, but better, okay? Our own wallet and so much more, right? We will be testing the entire month of June. And at the end of June, we're going to allow our top 10 members to join us in the beta testing phase. Now, what does that mean, right? Why would that be a big deal to be able to participate in that phase? Well, you'll get to see everything early, right? I mean, I keep telling y'all, I can barely sleep just being excited about what's to come. We told you guys a few things, but it's a lot y'all don't know, right? There's some things I don't want to mention until I actually see it. I got to see it working. So, but when you guys get to see it and actually walk through it and feel it and test it out, and you're able to start your list, you should be making a list now. But call those people and let them know how excited you are. And hey, you guys get to see it first. So we will be choosing that top 10, okay, to join us that last week in June. All right. Compliance. The letters are starting to go out. And how do I know? Because I'm starting to get the responses. But hey, guys, Leandra is perfectly capable of handling any of your questions or concerns, okay? You need to work with her, right? So let's go ahead and take care of what she's asking you to do so that we continue to be a company that is operating and doing things in a compliant manner, okay? Can't say you guys wasn't warned. I've been warning y'all every week for months, right? Of what you needed to take down. So yes, you are starting to get those messages in writing. All right. Again, the credit beta program is full. So if you were one of the first ones that said you wanted to be a part of it, but did not go and register, I told y'all you had to go and do it right away. This is why we were only taking people that were ready to go and that could afford to get started, right? So if you didn't do it, it's too late now, right? It's full, and they're moving forward with the beta people that did move forward, okay? All right, rotating hands. If you did not hear last week or did not receive the message in the group, rotating hands will continue open and active as we are now, okay? There may be some changes in the future, but if there are, they will be very, very good changes, right? But I have learned, I'm not saying nothing else until I actually see it working and working fine, and then have some leaders test it with me, and then we'll tell you, okay? That's what I've learned from the past, right? You want to make sure that if there are any presentations being done, they must be separated. You can no longer present rotating hands with MLS Bitcoin Club anymore, okay? We've got to work on that separation. When we relaunch MLS Bitcoin Club, it is going to stand alone, and we don't want to run off any of our partners. Guys, we're going to have some software partners and different companies partnering with us, offering us some things that no one else has, right? And we can't have, we don't want to have a program like that connected, right? So your presentations have to be separated. And when I say separate, I mean in your Zoom, log off, and then you start a new Zoom, okay? Please don't jeopardize a company by presenting them together. If you have any presentations up that present them together, they need to come down, okay? And leaders, please assist us in getting this information out to your teams, because we know that everybody is not able to make it here on Monday nights, and everybody doesn't read their emails, and everybody doesn't read the messages in their in the Facebook group. So we need our leaders to help us spread the word, okay? Help us spread the word. So for now, guys, I think that is it when it comes to announcements and reminders. I will have something a little later that I will just follow up with. But for now, let me go ahead and just kind of introduce what MLS is, right? If we have any guests on the line, first you may be wondering, what does MLS stand for? Well, MLS stands for Massive Leverage System. And our tagline is breaking the chains of financial scarcity, okay? So who is the MLS Bitcoin Club? Well, we are a membership club, okay? We're not a network marketing company. We're not a business, or we're not a job, right? It is a business opportunity, but you join the club, right? And you are rewarded for inviting people to the club that purchases our financial education, okay? All right. We operate globally, And our corporate offices are located in Georgia. Now, our mission is to create a self-managed system for members to accumulate Bitcoin for free while growing your financial knowledge to elevate you and your family to a better lifestyle. All right. We do that, guys, by offering 10 levels of financial education. The first one is called our starter level, Crypto 101 and 102. Level 1 is extreme personal credit. Level 2 is intro to business. We show you how to set your business up, your LLC, and it's going to be more information as well coming soon in reference to actually maintaining your business, things to have in place. Okay. Then there's level 3, business credit. Level 4, solo 401k. Level 5, ALOCs and HELOCs. That is your advanced lines of credit. Okay. Then we have level 6, intro to trading. Level 7, infinite banking. Level 8, offshore. And level 9 is venture capitalists. That's when we get together, guys, buy malls, apartment complexes, you name it, we're doing it together, making millions of dollars together. Okay, so that just give you just an overview of what MLS is all about, right? Just so if you're a guest, you come on every Monday, you join us in our State of the Union where we come and collaborate with each other. And it's really just a weekly update, but then you may not even know what MLS was all about, right? So who is a gentleman that put all this together? Well, his name is Darry Perkinson, but we call him Wallstreet, okay? He's our founding visionary. He's a computer programmer. He's a master trader. He has retired from our United States Army, where he served 20 years, and he retired as a master sergeant. Now, he was born and raised in Newark, New Jersey, and he'll tell you he grew up on welfare, right? But he's taken himself, guys, from welfare to being a millionaire. And he always says he came back to get us. How does he do that? By sharing this great information. He doesn't have to do that, guys, but he does it. And he does it every week, right? So I want to go ahead and step out of the way and turn it over to our founding visionary. You got the mic, Wallstreet, and you're muted.
All right.
There
Hey,
you
guys,
go.
how you doing? Appreciate you, Pam. For all the folks out there, welcome to tonight. I got something I want to get over today is get you into some personal credit. We call extreme credit. You're going to learn something about that tonight. Also, a little bit about crypto. You're going to learn a little bit about that tonight. So the State of the Union, I'm going to start there first. So the State of the Union, what's really going on inside of, since we are MLS Bitcoin Club, what's really going on in the Bitcoin space, right? The cryptocurrency space, that what's happening right now. So I want to start here. I'm going to give you 2 sites. First one is called cryptobubbles.net. You saw that earlier today if you wasn't on the call today. I'm sorry, cryptobubbles.net. You get there and you can make it your favorites off the 100. So if you actually want to be notified of your coins, what your coins are doing, if it's in the top 100, then you can actually look at these coins and you can make them your favorites, right? Or you can look at them for 100 through 200 or 201 to 300 or you can look literally, guys, up to 500 coins on here, which is pretty cool. That's a new update they did. They used to only do 100 coins. Now they're doing 500 coins. So if you got coins in the top 500, they'll pop up, right? So you got coins in the 500, and you can make them your favorites if you want to, if you're looking at a coin, you can find where that coin is. Matter of fact, let me share my screen because I'm not sharing my screen yet. Let me go share my screen real quick. Let me share, and then that way you're going to get a picture of my screen here. And so when you see my screen, Pam, let me know.
There
Oh,
you go.
I see it. Okay, cool. So for here, so when you go to Crypto Bubbles, and it's plural, cryptobubbles.net, what's going to happen is at the very top, you see I got two charts. I got one chart is talking about the top 100. The second chart is showing some other coins. So here I got the list of top 100. So let's say I go to the top 100. These are the coins in the top 100. Okay. If I just want to see my favorites, though, I can just click on favorites down here, and then I can see my these are the coins that I actually have, right? And it'll give me my list of coins, and I can do it by hour. I can do it by hour, day, week, month, or year. Okay. Now the new change to this is right here. You click on this on the right hand side. It says top 100, top 100 to 200. So you can go to top 200, right? Here's the top 100 to 200, 101 to 200. You can go to top 301 to top 400. So here you're right. These are where the coins fall, or the tokens. They're not really coins. They call them tokens. So where the tokens fall in that list, okay, of the market cap. It's all based on the market cap, okay? And then from here, you can see the top 401 to 500. So here you are. That's going to the last part of the list. So that's 500 different coins that you can see what's popping. And it's real cool because you can see here, like, okay, like CXO is in the top 500. It's up 31% in the last in the last hour. It's in the last day. I'm sorry, in the last day, right? So you can see what's happening in the last day, right? So this up 29%, 57%, 32%. Now, don't just go start buying coins because this is up like 29%, 31%. Tonight, this could be down 18%. Okay, so you got to get into the coins real early if you're gonna do something like that, right? Or you can see on Binance, right? You can see all the coins on Binance, right? And how many coins they got on Binance, I don't know. It's a lot. As you see here, these bubbles, there's a whole lot of bubbles going on. And these are the new updates on using Crypto Bubbles. I love it because Crypto Bubbles gives you the brighter the color, the bigger the bubble gets, and the brighter the color is giving you some, some insight on how good that coin is doing or how bad the coin is doing. For example, if it's a bright red, then it's really selling off hard. If it's like a tannish color red, not so bright, but it's like more like a tan color, then or brownish color, then it's it's a little weak. It just changed position. If it's a light green or yellow, let's say it's yellow, it's neutral. It's really making neutral. This came from being from red to green. It's right in that transition where it's going right now. And then when you look at the bright green one, or the bubble gets bigger and bigger, for example, this is over 30%, right? Look how big and bright this green color is, right? This is only 16%. So the more percentage that it grows, the bigger the bubble, the brighter it's going to get. That's why, it's a good thing that you can use, okay? So just play with it, guys. Learn about it. You can also watch it from BTC. You can watch the US dollar worth, right? This is compared to the dollar. You can compare it to the euro, right? You can compare it to Bitcoin. And this is a Bitcoin, right? By percentages, what they're doing by percentages to compare to Bitcoin. And you can also do it through ETH. You can see percentages of ETH. Remember, every single token can be converted right back into Bitcoin. Remember that, Bitcoin or Ethereum. So even though you may buy, for example, TKO, right? And let's say it's getting ready to change, it's getting ready to start going down, or you've ready to pull some off. What you can do is take that coin and you can convert it from TKO, convert that coin right back into USDT or USDC or TUSD, right? Or BUSD, right? So there's a lot of different coins. It's called stable coins. You learn that by being a part of the group, what stable coins are. You get back there and start learning. But this is pretty cool on how to learn and use the bubbles. Now, another site that I want to give you to learn from is called Coin360. coin360, right, .com, and this gives you basically a snapshot of all the cryptos, not all 8,000 because that's too many, but it give you a good snapshot of Ethereum coins, some coins like in the Ethereum token project, for example. So it gives you the first two major coins. Of course, is going to be BTC. You can make that your favorite, right? You can click on that and make it your favorite. But Bitcoin, it shows you the price right now, this very moment. It's 36,121. It takes a snapshot every maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and it gives you an update. It's down 3.19%. Now, and this one says dominance is 42.71%. All right, so let's talk about this real quick so you're going to understand a little bit on how to read dominance. Now, when Bitcoin is going up, when Bitcoin is climbing, and dominance is going down, the coins transition from red to green. All these coins will transition. I'm not going to say all of them, but a good percentage of them is going to transition from red to green. What does that mean when it's transitioned from red to green? That means it's going up in value. When Bitcoin is stable and the dominance is getting higher, in other words, is at 42.84, it goes to 42.85, it goes to 43. If it's climbing and Bitcoin is going down, then guess what you got? All the coins are selling off. Remember, when Bitcoin is climbing and the dominance is falling, the coins are climbing with it. The majority of the coins going to climb with it. You would get some onesies and twosies in there, right? You see some greens in here, but most of them is what? What's most of the color? Red. Most of the color is red. Okay. You see Dogecoin is at 35 cents, right? But when the dominance is falling, so think about this, it's like 42.80. It goes to 42.79, 77, 76, 42, 40, 40. 40.00, dropping like crazy. Bitcoin is holding at 36. All of a sudden, it starts to go to 37, 38, 39, and the dominance is dropping. These coins is going to look green. Everything is going to look green, 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 green. It's going to make money. It's going to make money. You got it? It's going to make you. It's going to make you more crypto. I'm not going to say money because it's not money, but it's going to give you the value. If we relate it to dollar, it's going to be more valuable in the BTC world. So remember what I said right now. The way that the market is going right now, it's time for you to start pulling funds off. So don't fall in love with them. It's a one-night stand. You get some. It's starting to make some funds. And when it goes up a certain percentage, you pull some off. Then when it goes back down, you can go back and get some more of the coin again. And then when it starts going back up again, you're going to pull some off, right? So you got this site. So you got the coin 360. This right here is all the tokens in the Ethereum project. So when I click on it, notice how I clicked on it. Notice what I did to click on this, okay? So what I did, let me just go back here. So what I did, let me go back. So what I did, I looked over here, right? So you got the Bitcoin, you got Ethereum, and right next to it, it says Ethereum tokens. I'm going to click on the title of Ethereum tokens. These are all coins tied to the Ethereum network. So when I click on it, these are all the coins coming up. Now look at all these little dots down here in this corner, the right-hand corner. All those dots, that's more tokens. There's a lot of tokens tied to the Ethereum project, okay? Now, this first coin is called a stable coin, USDC. Yeah, it's tied to Ethereum, but it's a stable coin, right? But you got Link, you got Matic, you got Theta, you got Uni, you got Aave, right? You got all these different coins here. Now, most of this is red, right? Now, this coin here, the reason why it's so big is because it would always be $1. It'll never be below $1. It'll always be $1, right? Maybe 99 cents to $1.01. That's it. This coin does not go up in value, stays at $1. That's the stable coin, we call it, right? So you can convert your coins from whatever these coins are. You can always convert them right back into USDC, maintain the value. For example, let me give you an example. So here's a link. So let's say you got 100 links, right? You got 100 of them. And what happens is you take $30 times 100, right? And that tells you what you have, right? So for example, you may, I'm just going to show you. So just, I know you know the number. Most of you know what the number is. You take 100, right, times $30 equals $3,000, right? So it's 3,000. So right now, you see it just dropped 2 cents. But let's say it's $3,000. He says, okay, good. It's at $3,000. Now I'm good with it, but I know that right now, I had it at maybe $15, and now it's at $30. Well, I want to maintain that extra cushion. Let me take half of my link, 50 of them, and convert them back into USDC or USDT, and then it'll maintain that. Let's say $1,500. It'll stay right there, even though link would go down, or if it's going up, right? That's the choice you got to make. But if it's starting to go down, then it's going to maintain that $1,500, even though link is going down. You see? So that's the reason why you want to put it in USDC. So it protects your investment, so that you can protect it from the downside. Once it starts to go up, you can put it on the downside, right? And you should build this. Let me give you an example. You should build on this as you are making your funds. So let me give you an example. Let's say you up $1,500, right? Let's say right now it's worth $3,000, and you want to take some off. So let's say it's worth $1,500. Well, take off $1,500 and put it in USDC or USDT or what, any of the other ones, right? You put it in there and you leave it there. Let's say you want to get in another coin. Okay, so another coin comes up, you got into another coin. That coin you got in at whatever, let's say it's 4 cents or 3 cents or less than a penny, and all of a sudden it went up and you up $900, right? So you got it at, you spent $500, now it's up $900. We'll take $200 off of that and put it in back into your USDC. Now you building that account in USDC, so you keep building on it, right? Before you know it, you got maybe $30,000 in there, 40,000, 50,000, right? Now you got enough. When Bitcoin drops to a certain point, or you're ready to get some now, you can start buying and start trickling into the Bitcoin space. You don't have to leave it in this coin. In other words, is what I'm trying to teach you. You don't have to leave it in this coin. It's showing promise right now, but a lot of these coins won't be around next year. And they won't be around. It's just like it happened last year. A lot of these coins won't be around. They popping up. Thousands and thousands of coins are popping up. They're giving you some kind of insight that it's going to make you a whole lot of money. It pops up real fast, and then they dump it and it goes right back down again. You have to be wary of that. Okay. So when it starts to pop and you make some, move it over. Just move it over. Right. So a lot of these coins, again, are red, but eventually they're going to turn back into green once Bitcoin starts to go up. Remember, dominance going down, it's a good sign. When dominance going up, it's not a good sign. Bitcoin is slowing down. You got it? So let's say it's at 42.84. All of a sudden it starts to go to 43, 44, 45, 47, 50. Bitcoin is dropping. It's dropping. You got it? The dominance is dropping. Okay? When the dominance is going up, Bitcoin is going to either stay stable or not go up so much. If the dominance is dropping and Bitcoin is going up, all these coins are going to start spiking real fast. It goes real fast. So just remember that. Okay? All right, enough about that. Let's go to our last chart here. You can see right in this range, I'm looking at Trading View. I'm looking right here in Trading View, and I just want to get to this rectangle here, and this is the range that we're in. I'm sorry, hold on. That's the range that we're in. Okay. Now, I want to get out of this range by getting back above this yellow line. I want to get back above. So here, that's the low print. That's about 33,000. I don't want to go. We don't want to go below 33. I don't even want to go back and retest this range down here. I don't even want to test this range down here. I don't want to go this far, right? I don't want to retest this range down here. That's the danger zone. I don't want that to happen. Okay. Smoke that over there like that. Okay. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. Okay, right in this range there. I don't want that to happen. I want to keep it up in that first box, and I want to start climbing and get back above this yellow line and go back up to these two lines up here. Okay, that's what we're looking for as traders, right? It's a good time to start. The lower you get in, the better the move is when it starts to go back up. But remember, it's only playing with us. It's not making new highs. This is not making new highs. See that trend line right there? It's imaginary. That's imaginary trend line that is going down. We hoping that it consolidates, don't break the low, and then starts breaking out. But we on this trend line, and it's obeying it. And this is the line, this moving average right here. It's hitting this, and it's bouncing off. We want to get above it and keep climbing higher. So right now, I'm telling you right now, that's where we at, right? Did we hit the low yet? I don't know. I can't really say. It's a possibility. We did not violate the low over here. We did not violate it. We did come down here to test it, and then we came back up, and now we came back to flirt with it again. But we don't want to play with this bad boy. We want to turn a corner and go back up. That's where we are right now. That's our status. Okay. I'm not going to say anything else about that. So you learned about 3 different things so far tonight, right? You learned about cryptobubbles.net. You know how to use it. For example, I'm going back to the top 100, right? Or I'm going back to my favorites for me, right? That's my chart 2, my favorites. We're looking at it on a daily chart. This is my chart favorites, of course. And then you learned about coin360.com, coin360.com. You learned about this one, right? And then the last one you learned about was the status of Bitcoin, where we are. You can see all the different coins, most of them in the negatives. They're in the negative space because the dominance, which is right here, I'm gonna put it on this chart, on this one. The dominance right now is 42.67. See how it went all the way up? That's the push. That's a sell-off. Now we're coming back down, and we want this dominance to get way back down here. As a matter of fact, we wanted to go way down here in the 33s to 30 level. The dominance, we want the dominance to come all the way down this way. And if it does, Bitcoin is climbing up this way. And all the altcoins is climbing up at a faster pace. It's all tied together. You got it? So the more we get attuned to what's happening with that Bitcoin dominance and what's going on with Bitcoin, and you see the dominance dropping down, BTC.D is dominance. BTC, a dot, and then a letter D, as in David. Okay? BTC.D, that's on tradingview.com. That's how you can see the chart, what's happening with the Bitcoin dominance, right? It's a live chart. It's happening. We want to see it drop all the way into the 30s. Okay. Now let's get past that. Let's go to our MLS. Now let's talk about us, our club, the things that we offer, the beautiful things that we offer in our club. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up, let me go back up here. So here's MLS Bitcoin Club, right? So the club, simple website. We're going to improve this website as well. How it works, testimonies, frequently asked questions. We have the different testimonies. But the beautiful thing about this is the back office. When I click on the back office, so here we are. I'm on the credit, right? So I'm on training. I click on training. I go to our starter level is crypto. Level 1 is extreme personal credit. Level 2 is small business credit. But here, this is This is what we call extreme credit for personal. So look, we got all these different classes. When I click on it, what happens when I click on any of these icons or these bubbles or tiles or thumbnails, they really call thumbnails. When I click on these thumbnails, what happens is a video pops up on each one of those once you get to this level. Okay. Now, a lot of you, I'm going to bring up 2 of them. All right. So a lot of you you can't do, because of your state, you can't do the personal credit with an organization that we have, because they got certain laws in your state that you can't pay nobody for it. So what do? Well, in our back office, we got all the training, got all of it, so that you can go in and do it yourself. Notice it says, if you want to go the entire process yourself, watch these videos. So here is the 5 categories. This is a video that I talk about, that I do on how to fix your credit, right? My credit score is in the 740s, one of them 760 something, sometimes it's in the 800s. But remember, sometimes my credit score drops at 630, 645. Why is that? Because I use my credit to maximize my cash flow. If y'all remember, I used to teach y'all that before. I use my credit to maximize cash flow. I'll give you a quick example. So let's say I need $10,000 right now. I got enough credit cards to give me, for example, I got, I don't know, I got about, say 15 credit cards. 15 credit. Wallstreet, you got 15 credit cards? Shame on you. I could just hear the noise. He was saying shame on you. Let me explain to you what's good about having credit cards. Number one, I can pull money off at any time I get ready. I can pull off any kind of money I want when I get ready. So let's say I need to get $40,000, I can go borrow $40,000 instantly off my credit cards, right? And I can still maintain my utilization based off those credit cards. So what do I mean by utilization? Utilization is one of what we call number 30% right here. This big old red pie part right here, that's your utilization. And what that means is 30% of your credit score is based off of that. So sometimes I owe only maybe $8 on a credit card, or $3, or nothing. And then when I need some money for any purpose, I'll take out, let's say the example is the card is worth $15,000. I'm gonna take out 18% of that credit card, or 20% of the credit card, or even up to 30% of that credit card. I'll pull that money off and do what I got to do. Immediately within that month, my credit score is going to drop down because I pulled the money off. It's called utilization. I never max out a card though. I don't max out a card, but I do bring it down to about 30%. As long as you maintain in 30% on your cards, you're going to have a better credit score. Once you get it down to 10%, or even just better, let's say you get it down to 8%, less than 10%, your credit score is going to jump through the roof. So my credit scores would jump from 645 within the next month. It'll go back to 780, 746, 800, because I'm paying the credit card right back off, right? It all depends what you're doing with your credit. So this video talks about how to do that. Here is this was my credit score at the time when I did recording, and it's going through 748, 744, 749, going through the back office, and I'm explaining to you how I use IDIQ, how to read my credit score, how to read the charts, how to read it. So when you go in your credit profile, you learn how to read it, and then you can start taking action. One of the things you're going to teach you to do is correct all the mistakes on your credit profile, right? So let me give you an example. Let's say my name is Darry Perkinson. So one credit profile says, let's say Experian has me as Darry Perkinson. My Equifax has me as Darry Perkinson. but on my the other one, I'm sorry, the Ethereum TransUnion. So my TransUnion says my name is Barry, B as in boy, ARRY. So well, that's not me. So guess what? So now you correct them, did it up, say, hey, you got a mistake on my credit card, my profile has to be fixed. That's the first thing you got to do. You take your addresses. If you live in an address today that's different from your profile, you got to correct it. If you don't work at that employer anymore, you got to correct that. If you have your own business and it's not listed as your employer, if you own a business, your employer is your business. Let me say that again. Your employer is your business. So if you own a company, and everybody in this club should own their own company. Remember that? That's part of level 2. You got to create your own company. Teach you how to do it. So your own company is now that's your employer, right? And then you're gonna start learning how to write your checks and pay yourself through your employer. That's why you got to have 2 different checking accounts, right? One for personal, one for business. Okay, so you start because this is how you got to build your business credit. Everything I'm taking you through is starting out with your crypto, getting the cash flow, then using your credit, personal credit, build that up. Now you got the cash flow come from business credit. Now you can start funding your business, which is going to be in your crypto. You're going to be able to fund a little bit more, and then you're going to start building up that business credit as well. So now you got 2 sources of cash flow coming through. One is going to be your personal credit. One's going to be your business credit. You got it? So you got 2 cash flows coming through. Okay. And so you start to build on this. You got to play the game with them, right? You got to play that game. So the personal credit, we got to get it up to at least 720. The personal credit, you're going to get it up to 720. The higher it goes, the better it is for you. But of course, you want to get this 720. 685 is a good credit score, but 720 is better. Anything over 720 is just doing great. But once you get 720, you pretty much can do anything you want, right? Decent interest. If you're in the 800s, you're doing everything you need to do. If you get to the 800s, right? And you can all get to the 800s. We teach you how to opt out of the credit profiles. We teach you that's in your back office, how to opt out. You got to learn how to do that. Learn how to opt out. You got to get to level 1. So level 1 in our back office is going to help you get and improve that credit score so you can build up more cash flow to get more crypto. You got it? Of course, we want you to help keep building on MLS, right? It's going to help you get more cash flow with your MLS, right? Our system is designed for you to produce more cash flow and build wealth all at the same time. Do you have to bring people in to MLS so you start building wealth? The answer is no. No, you don't. You can just get the education. You can just be what we call a customer, right? You just get the education and you could be on every single level, if you want to, and never invite a single person if you don't want to do that. That's the cool thing about our club. You don't have to bring anybody in. But if you want to come here and learn to produce this great cash flow from the different tools that we have, it's in here. We got tools to help you eliminate your mortgage a whole lot faster. You know, we got tools in our back office going to show you how to do a whole lot of things like that in our back office. This is a very unique site. It's very unique. It's not just one thing. We have a lot of things here. Start building your retirement. Start doing different things like that. So I want you to understand, guys, that the wealth game, it is a game. And you got to be a student of the game. If you want to be financially free, I'm going to stop sharing now because I'm not ready to talk to you. If you want to start growing your wealth, if you want to start being the person that's going to change the dynamics of your family's wealth, and I've been talking about this for years, you got to start playing. You got to be in the game. You got to be in the game. And the game is getting the education. Without the education, you're just wasting time, right? When I go into the back office, when I go into our back office and I go to professional development, okay, let me get there real quickly before I do it. So I'm going to our back office. I'm going to training. And I'm going to go to professional development. Let me share my screen with you. So let me share my screen again. All right. So here we are. Okay. All right. So we got this coming up. Okay. So I'm going to make this big. All right. So the way I did this, the way I did our back office, I put videos in order. I did it for a reason. Because first thing you got to work on is your mindset. Your mindset is blown. And the reason that I say your mindset is blown is because everything you've been taught in your life literally has been a lie. When it comes to money, it's been a lie. You've been taught to do everything by yourself, have your own savings account, you know, not trusting other people. You got to do it yourself. Everything is done yourself, right? And it's hard to go through that maze on who to trust, what to do, what not to do, and so it's things like that. But this first video, The Richest Man in Babylon, by far, it is the best tool I encourage you to listen to. This tool, it will define and start changing your ideas about your life, about where you are right now. And the earlier you start listening to it, the earlier you get going, listen to this, it's going to start changing the way you think and therefore to put you on the right path, right? And for the ones who don't listen, you lose money. When it comes to business, you're doing shady business with people who don't care nothing about you. You're doing business with people who is not a good risk. You're taking all the risk on your side. You're losing. You're going into business already losing, and you don't even realize you already losing. And it gets worse while you end the deal. It's getting even worse. But you don't know because you've never been taught really how to do business. You haven't been taught. And so this is a good place to do that, right? Then we talk about Jim Rohn, how to build a lifestyle. Very important key factors that he talks about. Here he's talking about Jim Rohn, 5 inspirations that can create wealth. He was part of Herbalife, but he's talking, and I don't care about him in Herbalife. He's talking to you as an entrepreneur, right? And then how to properly build a business. Listen intently, like taking notes. I'm writing down, I'm listening. Jim, you know, I got 3 videos with Jim Rohn in it. There's a reason. Then here comes Earl Nightingale. If you don't know who he is, he's the one that gave Napoleon Hill his chance, right? And then here goes my man. I forgot his name. Oh my God, Andreas, and he's talking about the future of crypto and why they're gonna call us criminals, and it's starting to happen. This is done like 7, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, right? And then talking about why are you here? This is so impactful for this video. And then here comes Les Brown, to fear of failure, right? And then here I go at the bottom. I'm on the very bottom, and I'm in my basement where I am right now, and I'm talking about how to get out of the box. You in this box. So I wrote some things down years ago about making $1 million, making 100,000, getting to $2 million. Now my next goal is getting to 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, 50 million, 100 million, and then eventually get to $1 billion. $1 billion. I got $1 billion mindset. My goal is to get $1 billion. 100 million is not enough for me. I'm going to go to $1 billion. My mindset is going to $1 billion. Not me personally, but the businesses that I will create, the businesses that I'm going to have, it will produce an overall view of $1 billion. That's where my mindset is. So there you go. But how does it start? It don't start with just a dream. That don't mean nothing because you got a dream. So many people in the graveyard today got dreams that died with them, and them dreams are buried all in the graveyard. Don't mean nothing. You got to think bigger and start taking action on the dreams that's going to make it a reality. If you just been dreaming and not doing any action, then all you're going to do is die with the dream with you. That's it. You did you and your family a disservice because the dream died with you. That was a disservice. And so we got to change that mindset. We got to change the way we think. We got to start putting together action plans. We got to start living on those action plans. Sometimes I got to tell you, I got to be honest with you. I sit here and y'all remember I used to do calls late at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. We on the calls. I'm talking to you. I'm inspiring you. I'm getting you moving. People didn't want to get off the calls, but nobody, I'm not going to say nobody, but very few of you were actually taking steps. It was good entertainment. It was a good place to be, but how many of you were taking steps to do what I was teaching to do? Teaching you what to do. Step by step, walking with you, staying with you, really in tune with you. And how many people left? Folks left, right? All that training, all that talk, and all that stuff was going on, but a lot of people still left and started doing different things, and they still didn't get nowhere. When all the answers is right here. The action plan was right here. All you had to do was put it in force and work it. And that's all you got to do now. So a lot of those videos, those training, that inspiration is still here. But what are you going to do with it? This is in your professional development. Training, go down to professional development right down here. You click on it. This page shows up right in your training module, right? And click on and start listening. This is a 4.5 hour video.
This celebrated best.
This is a 4.5 hour video. Is it worth it? I listened to it at least 12 times. Invested. Driving long distances, I listened to it. I can see the future, what's happening. And so you got to take, you want to get there. I know you want to get there. You got dreams of getting to the next plateau in your life, but you don't want to invest the time. You wanted somebody to give it to you. It don't work. You can't get it that way. You play the lottery, somebody may get it, right? But most millions ain't going to get it. You're not going to get it. But you can make it. We are in a time, this is so critical right now. We are in a time in history that we all can become millionaires at the same time. Everybody in this club, and I'm saying this outright. I'm saying it on the call. I'm saying it out there. Everybody can challenge me on this. If you do what we're teaching you to do, we all can become millionaires at the same time. Everybody. Of course, it's not going to happen because everybody won't do what it takes to get going. But it's possible. See, here you don't have to sell so much stuff. Right? You don't have to sell, you don't got to sell anything here. People just join the club. They're not selling, you're not really selling anything. You just join the club. just them join the club, getting the education. They get the education, and you start using the education to become financially free, right? I know one member made $4 million. Somebody else made, 100, 200,000. Somebody else made 300, 400,000. So you think about that. You think about what people are doing and what they're accomplishing. It's not because they brought a whole bunch of people in. That's not how they made their millions or their $100,000. They took the education. You just need a little bit to get started. You brought a few folks in. You use the funds to maximize the next leverage. You're going to maximize the leverage to get you moving in the next direction. Then once you do that, it's a wrap. It is a wrap when you're able to do that. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to turn this over back to Miss Pam, because right now it's about 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. And so for all the folks out there across America, across these different countries that's listening to me right now on YouTube or wherever you are in the world, you have the ability to change your life financially. Our club is designed to give you the education. I'm excited because it's given me the education that I've been learning. And all I did was start putting in the archive of what I've done to change my life. And I threw it in the archive for you. I threw it in the archive for my great grandchildren. I got my first one. It's now 8, 9 weeks old, right? My first great grandchild. You remember you say that? I didn't build this for you. I built this for my great grandchildren. And I got my first one 9 weeks ago. So yes, it's the reality is here now. Now I'm building for the 2 generations from me. So here's my generation. I got me, I got my daughters, I got my son, and now I got grandchildren. And now my grandchild just had a baby. So here we are. Here comes that generation that I was been talking about, that I'm preparing for, so their life will be different. I got them 0.01 Bitcoin. That grandbaby now has 0.01 Bitcoin. At the time I bought it, it was like $540. Now it's only worth $340. But that don't matter, because when Bitcoin does go back up, it starts rocking through. That 0.01 is going to be worth, 3,000, 10,000, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, right? By the time the child gets 3, 5, 10 years old, what are you saying to me? That 0.01 could be worth $200,000, $300,000, $400,000. What a great start. What a great start. This is what we're talking about. Preparing for the future, right? And you got to make choices now, because you can't wait. Stop waiting for somebody else to do something for you. You got to get in the back office. You got to start learning. You got to start doing it. If you're not elevated, I would say elevate. Start elevating to get where you got to go, to start learning what we got to do. If you don't start elevating, you're never going to learn it, right? Nobody's going to force you. I can't force you to learn anything. It's like trying to take a horse and you forcing the horse to drink. The horse is not going to drink until it's ready to drink. You got to be ready to drink. You got to be all caught up in this Kool-Aid that we're giving you to start learning about becoming wealthy. It is no other way. The only resource out here is for you to go to work if you can get a job, right? They still paying a whole lot of money. The dollar bill is a hoodwink. I don't care how much they take down Bitcoin. The dollar bill is a hoodwink. It is a hoodwink. It is not the salvation that you're looking for, the dollar bill, because it is losing value. And if you look in history, it's all going down, all of them. All those great empires have failed because they kept printing the money. That's not the way you get out of, that's not the way you build wealth. We got a resource, first time in history, that we all are on the same playing field. And hopefully you take these challenges and start learning. With that being said, Pamela, take it away. I am done. Appreciate you guys for coming on the call tonight.
All right, Wallstreet, thank you so much. I really appreciate your honesty about the industry, because, you know, some people, they may paint it a certain way, and I just always like the way you are completely honest. You tell us exactly how it is, what to look out for, and what you're doing, right? So I really appreciate that. I do want to say, guys, this is what I forgot to mention earlier when I made an announcement. We are working on an issue with our corporate email system. Okay. So it's very important for you to get the messages that are posted in our Facebook group. All right. Like, some people did not realize we did not go live last night, but it was off the calendar. We posted it in the Facebook group, and we posted it on our fan page. So you got to make sure that you do plug in where we are making announcements. Okay. And I will let you guys know once we get that all situated. Okay. All right. So thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. If you are a guest and you have questions, get back with the person that invited you, or get back with the person where you may have saw an invitation on their fan page or their Facebook page inviting you to this event tonight. Okay. They can get those questions answered for you. And if they cannot, they know how to reach us, and we'll get those questions answered for you. If you missed our AWA today, please go to our fan page, which is official MLS Bitcoin Club, or go to our YouTube, okay, and watch that from today. It's always, always, always great training, great questions that come from members and guests. And hey, I learned from everybody. You never know who has a question and you're like, I never thought about that. Great question. So absolutely go back and watch those guys. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. So I'm going to go ahead and close out with our MLS song. All righty. Let me pull it up. And here we go. Y'all have a great evening. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Get a raise of financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, we went through a worldwide currency. Only if you knew well, MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend, let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency, 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 changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Get a raise of financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Call MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are facing the dark 21. Call MLS system to have some fun. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Good night, guys.